Who said firing the head coach was going to be the only hard part? The saga that is Baylor football just added another strange chapter today. So the formula seems pretty straightforward. If you work for the athletic department at one of these big-time universities and you have to fire one coach, once that's done, you go out and you hire one coach. It's a simple 1-to-1 ratio, but apparently they teach math a little differently in Waco. This story is kind of confusing, but hey, let's give it a shot. Last week, Baylor dismissed head coach Art Briles after finding out that he ignored sexual assault claims made against his players. Later that day, the school offered defensive coordinator Phil Bennett the interim head coaching position. Today, the school basically said, hey Phil, it's not you, it's us, and we want to see other people. So this afternoon, they announced former Wake Forest head coach Jim Grobe would take over instead of Bennett. Grobe's last season at Wake Forest was in 2013, and he hasn't had a winning year since '08. But he is known as a guy with excellent character, and that could be exactly what the Bears need. This hire and all the confusion surrounding it proved costly for Ian McCall. He is the former Baylor athletic director. McCall resigned just hours after Grobe's hire became public. So if you're keeping count, over the past 5 days, Baylor has fired their football coach, replaced him 2 different times with 2 different people, and watched their athletic director walk out the door. That's a whole lot of turnover, but some would say that's just part of the price the program has to pay. Hey, there was also huge news out of Austin today, and based on what you're about to hear, it's news that we did not expect. Take a listen.
I'm not going to resign.
I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to resign. I'm not going to retire.
If they give me a chance, I'll fix it.
For me, I'm not quitting.
I would like to go out on my own terms, and I'd like to go out a winner.
Well, one thing's for sure, it didn't matter what this season's win-loss record was, Augie Garrido was always going to go out a winner. Early this afternoon, reports surfaced saying Augie Garrido, the leader of Texas's baseball team for the past 20 seasons, suddenly decided to quit. Now, I'll let you be the judge. All the sound bites that we just heard were from the past 9 days. Did any of those sound like a man laboring over the decision to resign or continue his career? They didn't sound that way to me. But that's the official word out of Austin. They say Garrido was not fired, but instead had some miraculous change of heart and decided to relinquish his duties as Texas's baseball coach and accept a position as a special assistant to the athletic director, whatever that job title means. Long story short, the man with the most wins in college baseball history, a coach with 5 national championships to his name, and the guy who led UT to a Big 12 tournament championship just last season, is no longer the head man for the Longhorns. Now, about 48 hours ago, when asked about his future as head coach, Garrido said, quote, "If I'm not back, it's because I could not control the decision that was made." After today's news, I guess it's fair to say even a guy with 1,975 wins under his belt can't control everything. Some guys who are definitely in control of their own destiny are the members of the Trinity University baseball team. The guys from San Antonio took on the defending national champions today and won. Trinity jumped out on top of Cortland Red Dragons early, and they didn't look back. The Tigers won today 5-2, and they are now 2 wins away from a national championship. And last but definitely not least, who doesn't love a Game 7? Time to talk a little smack and maybe even break out your best gold jewelry. Warriors and Thunder in an elimination game, and as usual, the All-Stars showed up big. Kevin Durant got it going from downtown, and so did Klay Thompson. Klay had 4 first-half threes. He became the first person in NBA history to hit 28 threes in back-to-back series. It looked like OKC would enter the half up by 8, but that is just Steph being Steph. He beats the halftime buzzer with that high layup off the glass. Warriors down 6 at the break. The second half was all about Golden State. Klay Thompson stayed hot. Oh yeah, and that Steph guy, he was pretty good too. The Warriors went on a 15-4 run in the third quarter. They close out this series by winning 3 straight games. Guys, that almost never happens, period. And this is the first time it's happened in a conference finals matchup. They take this one 96-88 and will meet LeBron and the Cavs in the NBA Finals. It is just like it was last year, LeBron versus Steph. And I already heard you guys with some of your predictions.
What do you think? Golden State in 6.
I like that. I hope it goes 7 because I want to see as much basketball as I can before the offseason hits. But Golden State, I think, will take it again.
LeBron hasn't won it all since he's back in Cleveland.
That's
There's going to be a little pressure there. Those fans were a little mad when he left. So
Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were hurt last season. They are healthy this year. Could be a different result.
Nope.
Yeah, but they were down 3-1.
Not going to happen.
We're gonna make some.
Take it to the bank.
No, we're not going to
Warriors
place
in
any
six.
bets.
I'm taking
We'll
it to
be
the bank.
right back.